We are the XYZs and you're watching Pillow Talk. We are talking about sex today. When was the first time you heard about sex?
I don't remember honestly, but I think it's during primary school also.
Like what in primary school? Is it like watch porn, your friends intro you porn or what?
No, it's just like sort of like the boys thing or they all start talking about this kind of stuff.
So you just thought about it, then you suddenly like, oh, that's sex.
I guess so in a way like they all got say also the concept more of grew only during the sex education.
Sex ed in primary school was about health, our health and our growth and puberty. But in secondary school, it's legit also sex.
No, for me, secondary school, the sex ed is like quite boring one. It's still talking about responsible.
I feel like by the
sex
time secondary school the sex ed start right, you already know the concept already.
I think mine considered quite not pure. Yeah. The first time I heard about sex right was in a classroom in primary 3 or primary 4. Then right, during primary 3, primary 4 got the new iPhone come out already, right? So everybody, like some people have the new iPhone, some people have the touchscreen phone. Then like me and my friend was sitting at the back of the class. Then we started like under the table right, he started showing me porn.
Oh.
It was damn funny. Under the table, during class, the teacher was in front of the class teaching and we were watching porn at the back.
My friends were
Primary 3, primary 4,
exposed.
Huh?
My friends were exposed to it.
Yeah, that's why. And then that was not like the only time. Then after the classroom, right? I think like 1 week later or 2 weeks later, we went to the library. Right? Under the staircase at the library, we started watching again. Like two nerdy boys like giggling under the stairs. Do you think the sex education in Singapore is enough?
Irrelevant.
Why is it irrelevant?
I don't think we should learn sex ed in primary school or secondary school. I think we should learn it during tertiary education because that's when our sex drive is just crazy high. Am I not wrong? Right?
I mean, I think sex ed in like primary school and secondary school is redundant lah. It's just talking. It's just like teachers start teaching you about like safe, like how to protect yourself and consent and all that. I mean, it's important, but I don't think it's something that teachers should be teaching, right?
It's called biology.
But I think I heard that the secondary school their biology have this kind of thing. The teacher will teach them about. I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah,
bio.
Bio. No, I don't think bio. I don't think bio they will talk about. They talk about they don't think they will
talk
talk
about your
sex.
organs.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't talk. They don't like say this goes into that, right?
I don't know.
I don't think bio. That's why.
I also didn't take bio, but I
I
don't.
mean they indirectly says it lah.
Of course, I mean, bio, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
but a question for y'all. Have you and your parents had a sex talk?
No.
No.
I think it's pretty weird to have a sex talk with your parents.
Maybe Asians
Yeah, but it's normal for Americans. Why is it different for us?
I think they're open.
Different society.
Different society. That's why.
Culture very different culture.
I think it's more important for people to like the parents to talk to their kids about sex. Because I don't think I learned anything about sex before the first time I had sex. Because like usually people will talk about like wearing condoms and like safe sex and all that, right? But then like even if you go to like secondary school, they don't even teach you about
the process of
the process of it. They don't teach you about condoms. They don't teach you about the contraceptive pills, the steps about contraceptives, like all those are. Even if like they put it in secondary school, the sex ed, the things, right? They don't. You also actually cannot. Teachers is very awkward lah. This type of thing. If the teacher talk to you about sex, you also be like, what the hell? I don't want to hear this. You want to leave the class, right?
I don't think you would feel it is needed unless you experience it yourself.
Need what?
Need the talk.
Or need a talk.
Until
So
you actually done it yourself.
But do you think you would?
Actually, I don't know.
Would you have the sex talk with your child?
No,
Why not?
unless they ask for it. I
If
don't
they
wanna
ask, if they
give
ask, why would they ask for the sex talk? So if they ask for the sex talk, then you will
curiosity
give.
lah.
So if they ask you what is sex, mommy, those type of thing, then you will.
Yeah,
Tell them
then
about-
I'll answer. Yeah.
But even if
So
they don't,
I'll tell them about the birds and the bees and everything else in between.
then you eh?
I think I won't talk to them until they ask also. I think it's a very common answer that everyone will say. Like, why would I suddenly pop up the question to my kids next time? I think if you are in the American culture or like other culture, then maybe you will suddenly talk about this. But I think for us, we find it very weird to talk about it. I don't know.
Is it because you're restricted to religion? That's why.
If let's say when your child is like 15 years old, 14, 15, 16, that range, right? And then you suspect them having sex, would you talk to them about safe sex?
Probably so.
Probably so. I think you will.
Will you talk to your child about safe sex? Or would you pass the responsibility to your wife? If it's a son.
Depends on like how you perceive your own child. Like maybe if like you trust your child to be responsible in a way, then you find them mature, then maybe you will avoid the talk. But if you find your child maybe like at the age of 15, right, they're like late boomers, haven't reached the mature state, right? Then maybe you will have that talk with them.
What do you think about sex workers in Singapore?
I don't know. I've never experienced one before.
It's not about experiencing one. It's whether what do you think about them? What do you think about their line of work? Because some people may think it's very weird profession.
I got weird. No weird about this kind of thing.
It's not a norm, but I think it's normal for them.
Normal for them. Like to sell their body is normal.
If they gotta do what they gotta do, right?
Yeah, I think this is not a very good question.
No, actually it's pretty. Actually, this thing is pretty hard to say because some of them, right, they are being forced to come here. So actually, if you're asking us, like, is it a weird thing or what? For us, we'll think for guys. Some of guys will think it's normal, but maybe for girls, they'll think it's very weird. Why are they selling their body?
Yeah.
You also don't know if they are stuck between human trafficking or
Yeah, we don't know.
their own self-commitments.
Why do you think people in Singapore or Asians have the conservative thinking about sex when it's just a life process?
Religion, restriction of religion.
Restriction of religion.
For us, of course.
For Muslims, it's because you guys cannot have sex before marriage.
Marriage.
But Christians also cannot have sex before marriage.
No, cannot have.
It's because of religion that people don't talk about sex. But why let's say in America a lot of people are Christians, right? They also, but they are open to talking about sex. They are not so conservative in a way. Why is it different? Asian Christians viewpoint, and then why is it different from American Christians viewpoint?
Westerners are very open-minded.
I think actually it's a very tough question to say.
Why?
Because you see, first you must see the culture. And like what she said, Western is very open. They're open to anything.
Yeah, that's true.
For Asia, we are more of like not just
Close-minded,
Singapore.
cultural. We follow our roots very.
Yeah.
We don't take it lightly.
But do you think your views about sex will change in the future? Or do you think it will be the same all the way until you die?
I think based on your religion, I think it's gonna be the same the whole time. But unless you're married, of course, within your partner itself, it's gonna be different.
I want to ask about the Muslims' ideology inside monogamy, because Muslims can have
Four wives.
correct, exactly.
Yeah.
So 4 wives. So isn't that in itself monogamy already? So but why?
It literally is.
Then why is the difference between Singaporean Muslims and Arabic Muslims?
No, it's the same. It's just the culture. Our religion is the same. So Arabics, we have different scholars to follow.
Yeah.
So we follow a certain scholar, and this scholar is accepted by the religious community.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain that, but we follow that scholar.
So different scholars have different teaching.
Perspective, teachings of how we should follow Islam. So we have to follow a certain way of how we pray. We have to follow a certain way of how we live, how we do things. So like in Arabic world, they can have a few wives, more than 4. But for us, this scholar says 4. Yeah, it's kind of complicated.
So no,
like-
actually, so in Singapore, in a way, if we don't talk about legal
because we have MUIS, right?
MUIS,
Yeah, we
What's-
have MUIS, Majlis Ugama Islam Singapura.
which is the association lah.
The Muslim Association, like your Christians got one association, right?
Yeah.
This one is like in general of whole Singapore. So they let us know when Ramadan is, they let us know when every prayer, when religious day it is for the whole year. So we just have to follow MUIS and marriage, business, or we have to follow how MUIS let us run things.
So does-
okay.
So but does MUI say that? So in MUI says that in Singapore, the
Four.
you also can have four.
Yeah.
But then why your view is one only?
Why would I want like 3 sister wives? Why would I want sister wives?
Why would people want sister wives? That's the question.
If they
Only
are
daughters.
financially stable and happy and relaxed and contented with having sister wives, okay, I have no problem with that. I mean, it's up to them, but honestly, to me, if you want one pussy or if you want many pussies, that's up to you, man. I'm just gonna stick to one dick my whole life, man.
Should you have 4 wives?
Wow, for what?
You got money, man, to
Yeah lah, you
handle
got 4 wives. Why would you?
Even if I have the money, right, I wouldn't have 4 wives. I should be faithful to one.
Yeah, you see?
I think this one is concept,
Four.
Yeah, fuck.
I mean accept you lah. You tell us you want to have 51
Fuck you
before you complete the one.
lah. Gee, why?
No, but I think majority of the guys and girls would rather have one.
We'd rather have one.
Yeah, would rather be faithful to one. But I'm not sure. Maybe some guys like to play around, and you may not know. I mean, that's why it's,
Okay.
I don't know. If you're asking for our views, we will just say that we are faithful to one lah. Because why would want our wife or husband to
Cheat on you.
cheat on you for?
Would you have a one night stand?
No, I don't think so. Cause honestly, like all this clubbing all stuff, right? I
Uh-huh.
personally also don't go one. I prefer peaceful and quiet.
But what? Okay, what if like for the guys, right? What if the girl that you like, right? They only want to have a sexual relationship with you. So like one night stand only, or
So
DTF.
FWB,
Huh?
FWB.
Something like FWB, yeah. What if the girl that you like only wants a friend with benefit relationship with you? Would you still go for it, or would you still like try to chase her, even though that you know that she is very outgoing already. She want a FWB already. She want a friend with benefit already, and then she give you an option to be her friend with benefit. But if you don't take up that option, she's gonna go with somebody else. Would you still take it, even though you know that it's not gonna lead you to a proper relationship? Is a girl or guy that you like? Would you go for it? 赵明芬.
I think no way.
Even if the girl you die chase for 1 year already, then she come tell
Like,
you like,
if you tell me if she only want FWB, then I would think that maybe this is not the one for me.
okay.
You must think if let's say I still pursue this FWB,
Uh-huh.
this girl, right? What if even we are in a relationship,
Uh-huh.
then outside she's cheating, she's having FWB with a lot of people.
Oh yeah lah, that's the thing lah.
For me, I will feel like, why am I?
But would you still? But then you also can think like you can say like why would you give up this opportunity if you know that she's already gonna go out and cheat on you? Because she's gonna go out and fuck around also what? So why not she fuck around with you instead of she fuck around with another guy?
Well, question, like I said just now, I don't want.
Honestly, I don't think will lah. Cause to be honest, it's like I prefer to date for like marriage companionship instead of like for sex.
Date to marry.
I think everyone is.
No, Ibin is very justified because he and the girlfriend help you and your ex out 3 years. Never once, right?
Yeah, never ex lah.
So good Anis, if let's say your boyfriend is out of the picture and then there's this guy that you extremely like.
It's very hard for girls to think that way. They
Yeah.
follow my type, right?
And also I think also your religion plays a part, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to fuck around.
You, what about you?
Fuck around with hearts,
Yeah, fuck around with part.
No, what about you? What about you?
I think for me, if I ever had this opportunity, or if like let's say in the future or whatever, in a scenario or whatever, I think that I will do it because FWB doesn't mean it's just you will end up being friends forever. FWB is you are still friends and then you still can like build a relationship with the person.
No strings attached.
Yeah, no strings attached. You still can date the person, right?
Yeah.
Then in the end of the day, like the person like you back, even better. What? But if let's say the person kind of, if y'all like say don't want, right? I'm not saying your point of view is wrong lah, but if let's say y'all don't want, then the girl is not going to be interested in you anymore. She's going to go out and like find somebody else, and then you lost your chances with that girl totally, right? Instead of having like a certain chance, even though it's like a sexual relationship only, like wouldn't it like kill the chances of you having a proper relationship with the person, right? I think that's my point of view lah. Because like if let's say I like the person a lot, and then the person should like me a certain amount to be able to offer up FWB. Right? It's not like I see you ugly, or I don't even like your personality, but I want FWB with you. The girl wouldn't do it, right? So at least the person should have at least something inside for you.